think I like this matchup.
It should be a good one today. Let's take a look back to what happened last week with these two teams. Edison, they fell in their season opening game. It was a tough one against Franklin. They were outscored 17-0 in the first quarter. Played pretty even the rest of the way, but they lost in week one. For Clovis West, it was a bounce back last week with a victory for Clovis West and the Golden Eagles, and they did it through the air. J.J. Howard ended up with 5 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers as they took control of Liberty in Bakersfield a week ago.
Let's talk a little bit more about J.J. Howard because he is spectacular, especially so young. Just such a great football player.
I'm so excited to watch him live because he's got multiple double-digit scholarship offers. Fresno State's offered him, University of Miami. But this is his second year in the system. He started last year as a freshman. He's thrown 7 touchdown passes this season to just 2 interceptions, and he's done a good job of really spreading the wealth, although his main man is the transfer in RJ from Central East. Jefferson has been spectacular for him. A week ago, he had 5 touchdown passes, and he does a good job really getting out of the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield, Ralph, and then he will extend plays and really try to force the issue. They hope the game slows down for him a little bit this season, but man, the sky's the limit for that young man.
All right, one of the players that you've had your eye on is for Edison is Amarion McKenzie.
McKenzie, man, he is a 3-star recruit, just like J.J. Howard. They list him, they just say athlete. That's what he is. He's a running back, and boy, is he elusive. It doesn't take one man to bring him down. It takes multiple. Last week, he caught a 62-yard catch. He broke 5 tackles on the play, would later score on that drive. Why they call him an athlete? It's because on the flip side of the ball, he can be a linebacker. He can also play safety as well, Ralph. And boy, he does exactly what you want. He plays fast. He's always around the football, and he has not made a decision yet where he's going to play college football. But, man, he's got some options.
Quickly, these two teams met last year. What are your thoughts on that game?
There's a lot to take away from in that one. You've got both quarterbacks who are back. It was Clovis West really taking control in that second half, outscoring Edison 24-0. It was a tight game in the first half, 15-14. Keep in mind, Edison's quarterback was playing with a sprained MCL. He's healthy this season, coming off a game in which he threw over 300 yards. But, I mean, Clovis West, they have high hopes this season.
A lot more to talk about and a lot to see after we get this one going, and we will do that when we come back. We'll have the opening kickoff and more, so stay with us. You're watching Let's Swap Tires Friday Night Rivals.
I can't hear you. Yeah, but I still can't hear you.
With Matt Norville And this game was supposed to have started at 7 p.m. or shortly after kickoff. The JV game ran a little long, so now they have some special things going on the field. And it'll be a while before we kick off, right, Matt?
Yeah, it will be a while before we kick off. It gives us a long time to talk about the first home game of the year for Clovis West. That's why you have all these cheerleaders out. They called it Feeder Night 2025, and they're going to have a special halftime performance for a lot of young cheerleaders as well. And that's why you have a little bit of a delay after the game before just went a touch long. So we've got an extended pregame show here for you between two teams, Ralph, that we kind of touched on in our open that played against each other a season ago in Edison and Clovis West. And they're two teams looking to bounce back from a below 500 record a season ago. Clovis West came in with the record of 3-8 last season. They were winless in league play, but they have an experienced quarterback. Now you can say he's experienced. He was a freshman a season ago. What a difference a year makes. Now he's a sophomore. He's an experienced quarterback in J.J. Howard, who we touched on. I mentioned how big time he is, but he's got a lot of weapons that he likes to get the ball to. Tafoya at wideout, Jefferson at wideout. He's got Amir Wright. Don't forget about him. And then every once in a while they'll mix in, hey, so don't forget about Major Lee at running back. We were talking about it coming into tonight. How much of the ground game are we actually going to see with both teams really liking to throw the ball and airing it out?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When you see J.J. Howard throw the ball, you're going to love it. Fans are going to love the way this young man throws a football around the field. He zips it. He zings it. He's a young guy, but, man, he seems to be getting better by leaps and bounds every day.
Yeah, and I think that's what the coaching staff loves about him, and head coach Eric Brown, who's in his 5th season. It's one of those that when you stay in a system long enough, you get more comfortable with what the offense is. You get comfortable with your surroundings. As a true freshman coming in, obviously, in high school, you walk in playing at the varsity level. There's a lot coming at you quick. You want the game to slow down. That's what you always talk about. Have the game slow down, go through your reads, go through your progressions. And the other thing is, he's got some tools, man. He's got some arm strength. He's got arm talent. He's good when he gets outside the pocket. And everything, as long as it slows down, and he can limit the interceptions. A season ago as a freshman, he had 15 touchdowns, 11 picks. In 2 games so far, he's got 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So he's doing a better job. And, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun here today against an Edison team that, hey, on their side of the ball, they've got some players now, too. They've got some recruits that are going some places as well.
You know, it's interesting, though, to see someone from another area. You know, you're usually playing teams in the central section. This is going out of section a long way to Stockton, and you come play really a road game for these guys. And I think it's kind of neat because you're exposed then as fans to see what they're doing in other parts of the state.
Yeah, I think it's actually it's a lot of fun. Clovis West went to Edison a season ago. This season now, they've got Edison coming to them. A couple of the players we were highlighting, I know we highlighted McKenzie in the pregame and talked about him, but Langdon Horace, he's heading to Stanford next season. He's a big-time player. He had a touchdown last week, 89 yards receiving, but in their matchup last season, he had 117 yards on 7 catches and a touchdown. The quarterback, Rasmussen, loves to get the ball out to different players, but he likes to get it to his playmakers, mainly McKenzie and Horace, and he can throw it as well. He's a guy that we haven't really talked about yet, the opposing quarterback, but he had over 300 yards passing last week and 3 touchdowns, and he's got some Division I offers as well. So you've got a team that's got athletes, and they've got a little bit of experience as well, playing a team that they're familiar with this season. It'll be a fun one here tonight, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you see the players out there now because of the late start. They're going through their stretching period to get ready for the game. This normally would have been done 30 minutes ago, and they'd be playing by now. The band is coming on the field, and looks like it's about to push the team off the field as they head toward the midfield.
Gorgeous night, though, for high school football here on a Friday. Excited to watch this one. I'm always excited, early on in the season, everyone's got high hopes, high expectations. For the most part, you're relatively healthy early on in the season as well. This is now going to be game number 2 for Edison. Last week we talked about it. It was game 1 for them against Franklin out of Elk Grove, and that was game 2 for Franklin. They got off to a slow start, outscored 17-0 in that first quarter, and then they were back into football and played pretty much even the rest of the way. Clovis West had their opener 2 weeks ago. They bounced back last week against Liberty out in Bakersfield, but both teams relatively healthy. You're going to see some speed here tonight, Ralph. You're going to see the ball in the air tonight. I think you're going to see some athletes making plays. How much we see of the rushing attack, that remains to be seen. But I will tell you this, both backs that play here tonight, McKenzie for Edison, and on the flip side, Lee for Clovis West, they both can catch the ball out of the backfield. So just because they line up next to the quarterback or even in the pistol look, as you watch film with Clovis West, they'll go pistol at times. They'll still bring the back out of the backfield, and that is a nice check down for the quarterback in J.J. Howard. As you take a look at Edison on your screen, this will be a fun one tonight.
Here comes the Clovis West team onto the field. I'm just enjoying the view up here. We're sitting up in the press box, and beyond the seats on the other side of the field, you see the foothills bathed in the sun, and a football game is going on right in front of us. So it's going to be a fun night, and I'm anxious to see J.J. Howard and see what he can do.
Yeah, you hear the word buzz a lot. Well, there's a lot of buzz around him. We would be remiss without talking about there have been a couple of good Clovis West quarterbacks that have come through here over the years. There's one right now with the 49ers on the practice squad who have played collegiately at Nebraska, and Taylor Martinez, and it's good to see him back. I guess you can't say the area, but back in the state of California. I think he's in a good fit with Coach Kyle Shanahan up in San Francisco. He's the third-string quarterback, and he's been playing some ball at the professional ranks. He was MVP. But anyway, that's the lineage of players that come through Clovis West, and they are very high on J.J. Howard. And we haven't yet to say his height and his weight, because that's crazy to think he's just a sophomore. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. He's also a basketball player as well. I think that's always important to play multiple sports, especially in high school. And for your big-time athletes, it gives your body a rest as well. You do something different with your body. A lot of times it'll keep you healthier. And it can work on your athleticism, your agility, your speed, all of those things, which will be very important for him as he progresses through Clovis West High School. But coming into this season, they have some big expectations coming in. And when you listen to Titus Dimmer talk about it, who is he's a wide receiver, but he also is their main man on defensive side of the football is Dimmer at linebacker. He had a pick six last week, but he likes to call Clovis West the Boom West squad because they like to hit. I think you're going to see some hitting here tonight.
And hopefully it's going to be pretty soon. Both teams are out now. They're still waiting to get things going. I haven't even seen the coin flip yet. I believe we're going to have the national anthem.
Thank you.
They were honoring the young man that passed away tragically last year from Clovis West in a car accident. That was the moment of silence you just heard.
Well, the Brown family runs deep in this school. I mean, everyone, I know I'm included, I know you're included. Mm-hmm. Everyone who's associated with Fresno State is certainly pushing for Eric Brown to have success here. And we all remember Dan Brown. Now here's an answer anthem. Boy, talking about Eric Brown makes me think back on all the times that I spent with his dad, Dan Brown, the defensive coordinator at Fresno State for so long, so many of those years. And every Friday night before a Saturday football game that we were televising, you would have meetings with the coordinators. And he was always so gracious and great to talk to, and always had a smile when he saw you out at the practice field. And it was always very encouraging.
Well, Coach Eric Brown he's very excited when he got the job a few years ago, and now he's already, can you believe it? You blink and it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, they're high on this year's team, no doubt about it. Have to talk about it, the transfer in Rolando Jefferson, who came from Central East. He is a big go-to player for J.J. Howard and crew. He had 4 catches last week for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's already had 162 yards catching in 2 games and so far this season with 3 touchdowns. So he has been a big-time player for Clovis West so far in their first couple of games.
Looking across at the other side, the fans, those would be the fans coming from Stockton, probably having a hard time finding a place to park because this place is packed out tonight.
It really is. You know, it's funny is we always show up early before games, and you told me to show up even a half hour earlier than I was going to show up, and I barely was able to find some parking. But yeah, you like to see it. First Friday night football for Clovis West at home. Nothing like it in high school. And you know they're excited just to be home and play in front of their home fans. They opened the season against Edison. That's down in Southern California. Ironically, they've got 3 Edisons scheduled on their schedule. They will play Edison and Fresno coming up as well. That'll be next week for Clovis West. But they lost to Edison. That was a tight game, though, 20-13. And then last week, mentioned that big second quarter outscoring Liberty and Bakersfield 22-0 and are out to a 43-14 victory. Had 5 touchdowns, 160 yards through the air, at 123 yards on the ground. But first time all season you can play in front of your fans, and there's nothing like playing in front of your fans.
Yeah, we had that last week, and you could tell the difference for the home team playing on the home field. It's just a completely different feel, and you get a different vibe when you're watching it, and they're into it. The fans are into it. So this is going to be that kind of a night for Clovis West, and it could be an explosive kind of football game.
I honestly think that's what we're going to see, Ralph. Both teams want to air it out. I know we haven't talked about him a lot, but Rasmussen is looking forward to this game as well. He's no slouch at quarterback. Over 300 yards passing with three touchdowns and only 10 incompletions a week ago. He can play the game.
The referee out there for the coin toss is Richard Willis. The umpire is Alfonso Torres. Linesman is Mikey Abasil. Line judge John Winfield, and the back judge Chris Huerta.
Coin toss in the books. Clovis West is going to get the football to start, Ralph.
We won't have to wait very long then to see J.J. Howard in action. And this one should be getting underway quickly. Yeah, I look out here and I see the sun setting. I think we were wearing light shirts and as little as possible when we started. When we finish in the end of November, we'll be in parkas and knit caps, and we'll experience the extremes.
Yes, you will. I was watching a replay of your game, you and Cam, and your pregame. You guys were bundled up.
Is that what that is? We're waiting for the chain crew. You may have overheard Don Smith. He's the official in the booth. Glad to have him with us every week. Soon we'll be going down to check in with, well, I'm not sure I see him down here now. Kevin Miller will be reporting from the sideline all night, and he's about as exciting as watching J.J. Howard. Emmanuel Leon Galaviz is doing the kicking for the Vikings. The kickoff is sponsored by Hedrick Chevrolet, the #1 Silverado dealer in the Valley. Flag in on the return by R.J. Jefferson. Let's check the penalty.
R.J. Jefferson takes the kickoff out across the 25-yard line. He's brought down by number 22, Bryce James. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Could get some sort of a hold or an illegal block in the back. We'll wait and see. Yeah, hold against Clovis West.
Tonight's first quarter is sponsored by Kauai Health, more than medicine, life.
Well, now, Ralph, you get a chance to see, if you've not watched this young man, we've been hyping him all day. J.J. Howard, 6'2", 200-pound sophomore, started last year as a freshman, 7 touchdowns this season to just 2 interceptions. As you take a look at that young man, he's got many Division I offers already as a sophomore.
And on first down, he hands off to Stephen Macias out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, just simple. Hand it off. Use the right side of the line. Good pickup on the play of 7 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 3. But, yeah, you like to see that because then now you can pull the ball and try to hit up the receivers. But if you can run, it sets up your passing game.
Howard rolls to the far side, looking downfield toward the sideline. Pass is complete. Stepping out of bounds at the 35-yard line is Jefferson.
That's his main man. That's been his #1 target the first 2 games with 10 catches and 160 yards. That's a simple pitch and catch. That's a pickup of 9 for RJ in his first catch of the day. It'll be interesting to see how many times they go to him. He had just 4 catches last week against Liberty.
First and 10 is sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. BD&J Injury Lawyers make the right call. Howard dumps that pass, complete. Back to the near side with a head fake. Out to about the 38-yard line. It's Jefferson again.
Yeah, Jefferson again with the catch, but there's McKenzie we talked about. He really flies to the football. He plays so fast as McKenzie. Was able to get in there and wrap up, and he was all the way on the left side, and he was able to get all the way on the right side and make the tackle.
Howard on second down, hands it off. This is Macias, grabbed from behind and taken down after virtually no gain.
It's good penetration up front by the Vikings defensive line. They were able to push back Clovis West's offensive line, get into the backfield, and stop him for no gain. So both runs so far with Macias, they've been working the right side of the line.
I still have powdered sugar all in my legs. You taking those donuts home? Billy will eat them?
Howard looking to throw. Now he's buying some time and will unload it. Oh, deep downfield, has a receiver there. Who else?
That's showing off the arm. What did we say? When he gets outside the pocket, he's so dangerous. He keeps his eyes downfield. That took a long time to develop, and that's already the third catch of the game for RJ. As you watch this one back, watch him. Look at him signal with his left hand, plants, and then unloads, catches RJ. And RJ is able to push it inside the 10-yard line, and that is what makes J.J. Howard so dangerous. He had a couple of those throws when you watched him last week on film against Liberty, where he rolls out of the pocket and he will just hold it for some time, and he does a great job directing.
Tonight's closed captioning sponsored by Sante Health Physicians, the best doctors, the best care. Now from the Toyota red zone, Howard hands it off again to the far sideline. He's going to be spotted back at about the 5 or 6 yard line.
That's going to be the first carry of the game for Jacob Higgins. So you've seen Macias and you've seen Higgins. Haven't seen Major Lee yet for Clovis West, but you've seen those two so far. And everything's been to the right side. They're working with the right guard, right tackle. That time, pushed it on the right side. Now the football's sitting on the right hash.
Second down. Howard keeps it, looking to the near side, looking to the end zone now, and throws it in the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Yeah, he had R.J. Jefferson go down. He wanted a flag. He felt like he was held when he was trying to get out of his route.
Well, they're not used to having any incompletions between those two, I guess. It's been that way tonight.
And you already have, for RJ, he's already caught the ball 3 times. That big 60-yard completion on that third down. That's what you like to see if you're Clovis West. Gonna have trips receivers out here on the left side, and Edison's showing man.
Howard empties the backfield, gets some pressure, and is going to be taken down.
And that's a good sack. Again, the defensive line has done a good job so far in this one. We'll see if Clovis West wants to go for it. And it looks like they're leaving their offense on the field, Ralph. So you watch this replay back. Howard had a little bit of time. And then once everybody was kind of taken up, you know where to go with the football. And that was just a good sack in the backfield.
Yeah, number 51. You and I were both looking at each other's rosters trying to figure out who 51 is.
Yeah, and there is not one.
No.
If you're wondering, Ralph. So they will go as they push that football, Ralph, back 15 yards. A loss of 10 on that sack.
So going for it on 4th. Howard steps up, fires to the end zone, caught, touchdown.
What a catch in the back corner of the end zone. Wait till you see the replay of this one. The defender has his back turned, and that's just athleticism. Going up, getting the football, but then able to get 1 foot in bounds. And there's that man again. We talked about him, R.J. Jefferson. Get to know that young man.
Tonight's touchdown sponsored by Solar Negotiators, your lifetime roofing and energy partner. Yeah, we talked so much about the front half of that connection. Now we're getting to see the other side. Oh, and they're going to fake and go for 2. They're going to get in that formation and see what happens. Now whistles are going to stop play.
There's a flag on the field. That was a 9-play drive for 81 yards to start this football game. And a couple of big-time catches by that guy, and you see him on your screen. Rolando Jefferson, they call him RJ. He had 4 catches all of last week. He had 4 catches alone on that drive, had the big 60-yard catch, and then that 15-yard touchdown catch. He just went up and went and got it, Ralph.
Don't you love this? They switch into these formations, and then depending on what you see, you might end up going back, and then he's got motion, another flag.
Yep. That's a legal motion on the offense. That's the risk you run when you have all different formations and then you put men in motion.
And spread out from sideline to sideline.
They might just have to kick it now as the football gets pushed back. Sitting at the 7-yard line now.
Mason Silva attempting the extra point. And puts it up and through.
Going after is good. With 6:17 remaining in the first quarter.
Pretty good possession for the Golden Eagles and that passing combination. Send it downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
She has another thing tomorrow, too. Around that coming. Could you imagine?
No, I can't get into this.
That one's like 2 hours of cheerleading, too. I'm like,
These people are all the parents are like moms and dads are all about it.
Maybe if I had those cool seats.
I know.
All right, let's try again. Send it downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin.
Not sustenance for nutrition, but sustenance for school spirit and school culture. A chance to feature future football players, future cheerleaders, future Golden Eagles. Now, I have a current Golden Eagle, Gianna, senior, right? Gianna, what's the inspiration behind Feeder Night? Why are we doing this tonight?
I think that looking around and seeing all of our cheerleaders and football players of all ages, I think that it shows the true tradition that Clovis West has put on for so many years, and I think that it is such a legacy that we hold. It's bittersweet knowing that it's my last year, I'm a senior this year, and yeah, I was once Bella's age over here.
Oh my gosh, you're building for the future. And then Bella, what do you love about being a part of Feeder Night here at Clovis West?
I just love being a cheerleader because I can show everyone my spirit, and I've always wanted to be a cheerleader because my sister was the most dedicated cheerleader, and I wanted to be like her and grow up with inspiration.
Que bella. Shout out to sister too. And Gianna was a former Lion. This is inspirational stuff. It's Feeder Night, unique to Clovis Unified, unique to Clovis West. And you know what? I'm inspired. Gianna, will you hold this?
Of course.
So touch.
Woo! Yeah!
We'll feed it back to Ralph and Matt. Let's go. Yes, Golden Eagles.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. By the way, that kickoff was sponsored by Hedrick Chevrolet, #1 Silverado dealer in the Valley.
And get ready for Edison to play fast. No doubt about it. They're going to have quick throws. They're going to have explosive plays. That's what their offense is all about. Pickup of 6 yards on the first pitch and catch. And for Edison of the night, that was to Zoe Ward Jr. They call him Zoe.
Oh, nice cutback by McKenzie.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Every time he touches the football, he will be dangerous. It usually is very difficult to bring him down with just one tackle. He breaks a lot of tackles. I called him elusive in our pregame show. That's the way to describe him. And he's had some big-time plays last week alone. Did he against Franklin?
Well, that lateral move almost took himself out. On second down, McKenzie again to the near side. High steps, and he's blasted around the 40, inside the 40. And a penalty flag is on the field behind that. There you see it.
Yeah, this one's going to be coming back more than likely.
There's a penalty marker on the play. The indication is holding against Edison.
And it is. That's a hold called, so you're going to back this one up. We talked about Devin Rasmussen, about how he was playing with a sprained MCL last season, the quarterback for Edison. He's healthy now. And last week he threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. As you look at him on your screen, he's got 3 FBS offers. But he likes to wing it. It's a big-time air raid offense. But they will run McKenzie out of the backfield, but he'll also catch out of the backfield as well if you're watching Edison for the first time.
That time the throw into another back coming out of the backfield, swinging across.
Yeah,
and that's number 15, Travis Gresham.
Yeah, Gresham. They'll line him up. Sometimes it's a pistol look where you'll have McKenzie right next to the quarterback in Rasmussen, and you'll have Gresham line up directly behind the quarterback, Devin. And then they'll swing him out to the flat, and they'll try to get him on a quick hitter. But a good job of Clovis West defensively. They're all over it, and that's a loss on the play back to that 25-yard line.
Right after the game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller Fool Us. That's coming up on the CW59. Third down and long now for the Vikings. Rasmussen has that pass. It's complete to Alonzo Ward. This is another name we'll bring a lot tonight.
Yeah,
Ward the third.
Yeah, you're not lying, Ralph, because a season ago he had 7 touchdown catches receiving. He also had a touchdown rushing as well a season ago. He's the 6 foot 155. He's just a sophomore, and he played as a freshman a season ago. And they want to just get the ball to their athletes in space. That time they were able to get it to Ward Jr. in space, and he was able to pick up a first down.
You know, when you watch these guys, it is hard to believe that some of the freshmen are around, 14 years old?
Exactly. What were you doing at 14? What was I doing at 14? He wasn't playing varsity football as a freshman, I'll tell you that. It's a good tackle by Dimmer coming in from the linebacker spot. They call their defense Boom West. And Titus had a good game last week. Hit a pick 6. I was part of that big second quarter in that victory list last week against Liberty for Clovis West, in which they outscored Liberty 22-0.
Second and about 3 for the Vikings. The pass to Ward is complete across midfield at about the 47.
Yeah, they're giving him a lot of runs so far on this first drive. Already third catch for Ward. It's been very active. And you can see just how quick Rasmussen gets rid of the football. He said that's something he really worked on in the offseason. Was he wanted to make quick reads and quicker decisions than he made last season. You can already see it in this opening drive.
First and 10, sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call. And they made up for that the penalty and got the first down on the conversion. There's McKenzie with a cutback. Takes it down to the, 42.
Yeah, pickup of 5. This is the first time you're watching McKenzie play. He's very elusive. He's a strong kid, too. They list him 5'11", 193 pounds. He's a senior, has not decided yet. He's a 3-star recruit. Does have several Division I offers.
Rasmussen with a quick pass to Ward. Tackled at the 35.
Yeah, Clovis West on the corners, especially on the outside, they're just playing cushion. And so Ward just gets to the 6, turns around, simple pitch and catch, and another first down for Edison.
First and 10, sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call.
Already the 4th catch on this drive for Ward Jr. Clovis.
So the Vikings are doing what the Golden Eagles did.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Clovis West really highlighted RJ in their opening drive, and they're highlighting Zoe here in this one.
Ward has it to the far side. Upended there, and the helmet flies off.
And he's slow to get up.
He's slow to get up.
That's
Tom
a good,
Tafoya was in on the tackle.
I was going to say, that's a great open field tackle, Ralph. Come flying in with a guy who's got that kind of speed. He was trying to get to the edge, did not get to the edge. That's good defense for Clovis West. It's funny, we've seen Ward and we've seen McKenzie. We have not seen Horace, who's going to Stanford next year, who had a huge game against Clovis West a season ago.
And off to McKenzie. Breaks through that first line of defense. Gets it down to about the 31.
Yeah, linebackers coming up making some good hits. That time it was Corpus for Clovis West coming up and making a hit. And that's a quick moving first quarter.
But our first quarter is done. 7-0. Clovis West with the lead over Edison. Tonight's first quarter has been sponsored by Korea Health. More than medicine, life. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this.
Okay, all right. You going to take it coming?
All right, let's take a look back at that touchdown. A sensational catch.
Yeah, excellent job of Howard moving up in the pocket, and then just a better catch. It's a great throw, but going up, go get it. That's RJ. He got 2 feet in like we're playing on Sundays. All he needed was one, no doubt, touchdown. RJ has been very good so far this season already for him now. That's his 4th touchdown catch of the year, and you can see why they've got a good connection. He had over 80 yards receiving with 4 catches on the opening drive. I'd say that's a good start to your day, right?
Yeah, and you say he can, like he was playing on Sundays? He might be one of those guys who can play on Sundays.
He's a 3-star. He's a very good recruit. He also got offered by Fresno State. Honestly, you had J.J. Howard and R.J. at the last Fresno State home game when they took on Georgia Southern. There were a lot of high school recruits from the area there, and they were 2 young men that were there. And they've got such a good connection between the 2 of them. And, man, that's a heck of a play. Going up and getting it. DB's got his back turned, but you still got to go up over the top of the DB, catch it, spin, have control, and get your feet down. Nicely done.
If you're recruiting, are you looking at both of those guys, trying to keep them together?
100%. 100%. I mean, not to throw a name out there, but look at Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. It's always good when the quarterback can have their wideout that they're comfortable with. Over the years, it tends to work out very well.
Back to action now. Got the crowd going on 3rd down, try and disrupt the visitors from Stockton. Rasmussen in trouble, will be taken down.
That's a blitz and coming flying in. That's a good tackle from the DB spot. That's Prince Darcio, who came flying in with the DB blitz. Nice little delay. Was not picked up by Rasmussen. Didn't see it coming by the time he steps up, and a great open field tackle. Steps up, nowhere to go. That's just how you teach it, Ralph.
Yeah, he came flying in there like a missile.
is 4th down and 8. There's some movement.
4th and 3, maybe.
Well, we'll
After
see.
the penalty, see which way it goes.
I think they're calling it against the offense. They are.
They are.
On a 4th down and 13, you do have some options. Still haven't targeted Horace yet. 7 catches last season. Already this season. He had a touchdown last week and 89 yards receiving, and you're going to get a timeout taken.
Yeah, you need to talk about it on a play.
Yeah, that timeout was taken by Edison. And when you take a look at their coaching staff, you've got Booker Guyton Jr., who's in his 10th season in a row, but it's his 12th season total. They actually have co-head coaches. Andre Horace is the other one.
Well, they list 8 assistants in addition to 2 statisticians.
I know.
That's a big staff for a high school, isn't it?
That's where I'm from. We call it a program, Ralph. That's a program.
Eric Brown has 5 coaches and 1 statistician.
If I'm Clovis West right now, it's a 4th down and 13. You could sit back in some zone, keep everything underneath you, be at the sticks so that you can't just get a simple route over against the sticks and just let your front see if they can put pressure on Rasmussen. Rasmussen likes to get rid of the ball quickly, and they might decide to punt this one away. That's what it looks like. They called timeout and decided they're not going to go for it.
Ward is the punter. Does a lot of everything. He's also a return man.
And be careful for the fake, though, when you got Zoe Ward back there.
Low line drive kick. And it's going to be dead and just inside the 1-yard line. Wow. He can't do it all, huh?
That's a beautiful punt. That's best case scenario for Edison right there. Now 99 yards that Clovis West will have to go basically the full length of the football field. And J.J. Howard, as he runs out, it was very impressive, Ralph, on his opening drive. Talked about his number 1 target in R.J. Jefferson. R.J. had 4 catches for 84 yards unofficially and that spectacular 15-yard touchdown. And they did it on the ground with Higgins and Macias, but they were really getting that football out to R.J. Jefferson.
But they're licking their chops. Look, we could do a 99-yard touchdown pass.
Exactly.
That's the way they're thinking. That's their mentality.
RJ's got the hood that he's wearing underneath his football jersey. First time getting to see him live. I've watched a lot of film on him. Like what I see so far. You know what I see is the main difference between last season and this season? The maturity level.
He just looks in control. He's going deep. Has a man out there. Incomplete. Jefferson almost pulled that one in.
Yeah, he's looking for his main man. It's a pretty ball. Good effort by RJ as you watch this one back. That's actually a replay of the punt, and just how good of a punt was that as that was down inside the 1-yard line. But yeah, trying to get it to RJ out in space. Let him just a little bit too much. He did have him on that corner route, though.
On 2nd down, they'll hand it on the ground. And look at Garcia get him off of that goal line all the way out past the 20.
Yeah, Steven Macias on that right side of the line. Everything they've done so far, it's been 4 runs so far here in this first half. All have been on the right side of the line. That gives you some breathing room, gets the football out to the 24. You pick up 23 yards on the ground. And it's funny, Ralph, you and I were talking about it coming in. How much of the rushing attack are we going to see?
Not much we didn't expect. We're seeing a lot.
Seen more of a balance, honestly, between throw and run.
But with that passing threat, got to make it a lot easier to run the football.
And they're just going to their strong side of their line. They're just going on the right side to watch it back. Again, give it to Macias. Why not? Look at the push up front. Able to get to the edge. knocked out of bounds, but not until he picks up another first down.
1st and 10, sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call. From the 35.
Ooh.
Another handoff to Macias, and that time he was just flattened again by number 51, which we don't have on either of our lineups.
You say hello. Man, he just got through the line in a blink.
Wow.
Comes up and lays the wood. He has been a problem so far here in this first half for the O-line of Clovis West.
Tonight's streaming sponsor is Stockdale Podiatry. We treat your feet. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
Pistol formation. Man, he is wreaking havoc, Ralph.
We got to find out who that guy is.
He's coming in. He's deflecting balls. He has a sack already tonight. He has a couple of tackles.
If you look at his helmet, he's got number 42, which would be Tiger Espinoza. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Francis
got the wrong
Tamu.
one.
Yeah, Francis Tamu, which makes a lot more sense.
Tamu, yeah.
Because he had 11 tackles for losses last season. He changed jerseys on us, but he's got the right helmet number. 11 tackles for losses last season. That's a heck of a lot. Had 13 sacks a season ago as well, along with 55 tackles. And you can see why. He's got a sack and a couple of tackles here tonight, a pass deflection, and sets up 3rd down.
Yeah, he's playing a heck of a game, a little over a quarter. So we got you, Francis. Howard looking downfield. Now he's going to take off. There comes a penalty flag back at the 30 as Howard breaks away to the far side. Now he's going to go into a slide at the 40, but it may all be coming back. Let's see.
Not so sure this is coming back because you have an offensive lineman who lost a helmet. This could be illegal hands to the face on Edison. Obviously, we'll wait and see for the official, but that's Howard showing something that he can do, doesn't like to. He's not going to run unless he feels like he has to, but he's got enough athleticism that he can run. He likes to use his arm when he gets outside of the pocket, but he just saw it open up and was able to get into plus territory. If the play stands, it's a 26-yard pickup, and I think it will.
With some yardage.
That's a 26-yard pickup on the run and by J.J. Howard.
And 15 more by penalty.
See Howard on your screen. That's where the penalty comes in. And then Howard gets outside of the pocket. Shows off his agility. And is able to pick up about 10 more yards and then do the smart thing. Just slide and give yourself up, which is exactly what he does. And that's the maturity you're seeing from the sophomore.
You said he played basketball?
Yeah.
How about baseball? It was a pretty good slide.
I'm telling you, he's just an athlete. I like what I see so far from this young man.
Throw. Trying to put it up there for grabs, throwing away. Hey, you can watch a replay of tonight's game. Just head over to YouTube and search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59 and click the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week.
That time the intended receiver was the tight end Corpus. He's the 6', 200-pound junior, but you had pressure up front, hands in his face, and his vision, still able to loft it out there, just incomplete.
All right, let's go back downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Here at Clovis West, they do something very special in terms of the athletic teams supporting other athletic teams. It's called showing up for each other. And Gabby, what is showing up for each other?
Showing up for each other is coming out to each other's games and bringing all of our spirit, because we know as athletes how hard we work at practice, and showing up for each other just builds up that community that we have at Clovis West.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, what sports are represented here? Shout them out. Baseball, basketball. So if I'm a basketball player, I go to badminton, I go to water polo, and I support the squad? Yeah? Jace, why are we doing this at Clovis West?
We're just here to spread school spirit and build a community.
Yeah, that connectivity piece is beautiful. And then Peyton, is there a favorite part? What do you love about showing up for each other?
I love just letting my teammates know that I'm there for them on and off the field.
got teammates out there to support them. Baseball showing up for football. The whole team is supporting one another, and they're showing up for each other. Ralph, Matt, I'm showing up for you. You're showing up for me. We're showing up for FNR. Back to you. Let's go, C-Dub. Show up. Showing up.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. Macias is now carrying a lot of the load on this drive inside the 10.
Yeah, and the last 2 runs for Macias has been on the left side of the line. We mentioned all the other runs so far in this first half had been on the right side line. Now they're working the left side of the line. Macias doing a really good job, just power running, and from the young man, the senior, and all of a sudden it's first down and goal.
They're in the Toyota Red Zone, and it is a 1st and 10, sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call. Macias gets through that first line of defense down inside the 5. They kind of loaded the box and still beat him.
Yeah, he made a couple men miss. It's funny when you talk to coaches, they say, hey, you can't block everybody, so at some point your running back has to make players miss. Well, that's what Macias did. They were able to get some push up front, get through the line, but he made a couple of Edison defenders miss, and he's inside the 5-yard line. The way he's running the football, you'd like to see him finish it off if you're Clovis West.
Ball is at the 3. Second and goal for J.J. Howard.
It's the 12th play of the drive, Ralph.
Give it to Macias again, trying to get to that corner and cannot.
And that's a good job on that right side defensively for Edison, as they're able to force him out of bounds, not let him get to the edge, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and goal at the 5. This has been an impressive drive, though. Play 13, in which they started on their own 1-yard line.
Loss of 2 on that play. 3rd and goal.
Beware of R.J. Jefferson.
Howard kept it, but there's that man again.
That's his 2nd sack here tonight. He is a force. He is just causing some havoc. They line him up at D-end. I mean, they'll move him around, but there's nothing fancy about what he's doing tonight. He's getting there in a hurry.
You know, he's wearing 2 numbers. He's playing like 2 guys. Francis Ta'amu.
You watch this back. He comes in right there. And then what's impressive about him is once he has a hand on you, he's not letting go. He's a strong kid. We mentioned he's just 5'11". He's got a lot of strength. And now you're back to where you got your touchdown on the last drive. You're at that 15-yard line.
Howard going to roll to the near side, being chased by Ta'amu, so he'll unload it down toward the corner and incomplete.
That was knocked away by Langdon Horace. Again, pressure up front from Ta'amu. He has just been a problem for Clovis West so far here in this one. And as you see, that's Horace on your screen. That young man's going to Stanford. He plays on both sides of the ball. They play him at DB, sometimes at safety as well. As you watch this back, Howard trying to force it. Good idea trying to get it to your main man, but that's just good coverage right near the near pylon.
During the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and red lights are flashing. Yeah, you talked about Langdon Horace, number 1 there. Not getting any balls thrown his way, and he had to get one defensively thrown his way.
Yeah, he's heading to Stanford next season. Going to be playing for the Cardinal. And you can see he's got a lot of talent. Haven't seen him yet on the offensive side of the ball. That might have something to do with what Clovis West is doing. Rasmussen also is getting rid of the ball quickly. Horace, a lot of times, he can be their deep target. Haven't really thrown a deep ball yet tonight. and has Edison. I said coming in, Ralph, we were talking about this off the air. I said I thought this would be a good game. I thought these two teams match up pretty well. And these two teams know each other from a season ago. I know there's a lot of new players on both teams, but the quarterbacks are still the same. Rasmussen for Edison and J.J. Howard for Clovis West. That sack really changed it, really turned things for Clovis West. You had 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line and then a 10-yard loss on the sack, the second of the day for Tamu.
So after turning it over on downs, Clovis West sends the defense out on the field from the 15.
They're going to spread it out. Got the running back McKenzie right next to Rasmussen. You see that knee brace on his right knee. He sprained his MCL last year. That was against Central East when he sprained it. And instead of just, taking time off, he just kept playing. Tough kid. But now he's healthy this season. He's got 1 game under his belt. It was a loss last week against Franklin, in which they just got off to a slow start.
This game got off to a late start, but it is flying. Under 5 minutes to go until halftime.
Look
High
out.
snap pulled down and handed off to McKenzie out across the 20 to about 24. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a 9-yard pickup. As you see, nothing fancy, just to give to your main man, McKenzie. McKenzie gets to the line, and then you have to have a good tackle flying up from the DB spot. And it brings up a 2nd down and 1.
Rasmussen in trouble, running for the sidelines, and gets there short of the 1st down mark.
That's a good job on the outside. Couldn't see exactly who it was putting the pressure, but you got to make sure he can't get to the sticks. And a smart decision there by Rasmussen not to take a hit, just step out of bounds, and it'll be a 3rd down and short. You flushed him out of the pocket. It was good pressure up front by Clovis West. Their front's doing a good job at times getting into the backfield. Rasmussen, if you notice, Ralph, throughout the first half, he's been trying to get rid of the ball quickly. Everything's quick tempo. Get rid of it quick. Quick reads. Anytime he's had to hold the ball, Clovis West defense has been able to put some pressure on him.
Got that one long pass away from the end zone that was nearly caught. But you're right, he's been pressured tonight.
And that's Horace. That's his first catch, his first target here tonight, and that's what he can do. They got him in space, and there's that quick read again. It was a 3rd and short. Get it to Horace and let Horace do what Horace can do, and he got the football to the 44. He picks up 20 on the play. This team has been very good in yards after catch the last couple of seasons, and Horace shows you why he's heading to Stanford.
Another 1st and 10 sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call. Now, you were talking about the quarterback being hurried, and I was talking about the Clovis West unloading pass like that going the other way, and there's a defender all over Horace.
Yeah, that's great defense. Man-to-man on the outside. It's a mano-a-mano, step for step. And he said, hey, you're not going to be able to complete this one on me. Now, you want to take that challenge as a DB. I know if Cam was here, he loved that play, a former defensive back. You want to take that against a very good athlete and a good wide route.
Without a shoe.
You've got man-to-man, and he's rocking the Stanford Cardinal socks, by the way.
Well, I was looking at the uniform. He's not going to have to change much. But he's going to play without the shoe.
Let's get a look at those Cardinal socks.
Hand off to McKenzie. Ran to a wall.
Picks up 5 on the play. And just really, he's tough to bring down. Took 3 defenders for Clovis West to finally bring him down into plus territory. He is a workhorse, no doubt about it.
During the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and red lights are flashing.
Again, it looks like you got man-to-man on the outside. You got Major Lee matched up with Horace.
It's a third down. No diving. On Cascalon. Third down, Thunder.
Pass out to the perimeter. About an extra 5 yards after making the catch, Travis Gresham. Right after the game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller coming up on the CW 59.
A 10-yard pickup for Gresham. And they've done a good job of getting him out the ball in the flat. That's all they've been trying to do. That's his second catch here in this first half. It's a good drive here for Edison. They'll get the football to receive to begin the second half.
Pass to the near side. That's Kalen Beaver. Spun down at about the 35-yard line.
And Darciel, that's a good tackle.
Nose of the football is just about the 34-yard line. Second down and 3. Under 2 minutes to go here before halftime.
This drive started back on their own 15-yard line. After Clovis West turnover on downs. Got trips receivers out on that right side. Really tight formation.
Wanted to look to the sideline, but there was nothing there, so he'll run it and slide down at about the 31.
Yeah, it's where you begin the slide, so he's going to be short of the sticks. Should be short of the sticks, because where he began the slide is about the 32. Yeah, they moved the football back. I was going to say, I don't think he got to the 31, so to bring up a third down and short.
Fakes the throw, now runs away from pressure to the near side, directing the receiver downfield. It's up for grabs and incomplete.
That's just a great job defensively by Clovis West. They took his first option. It was a quick read on the slant. It was not there. Rasmussen had to tuck it. Then he forces out of the pocket. You have Demmer come in late, does a great job of not getting a late hit. A lot of times you see, Ralph, in that linebacker spot when the quarterback is out there getting ready to unload, that you lay him out and it's a late hit. But instead he does not. And then good defense on the back end, one-on-one. Just does enough to knock it away, does Andrew Garcia. Overall, that's just a good job of Clovis West defensively. Taking away the first option on the quick hit and then forcing him out of the pocket. And then Demmer does a great job from the linebacker spot coming at him and not getting a late hit, and then good defense on the backside.
It's surprisingly been a defensive game, hasn't it?
We came in saying, hey, are we going to see 35 to 28, something like that? And the defense has said, hey, I don't care how these quarterbacks are. We're going to play some good, sound defense. And, yeah, it's been a fun one, though, so far in the first half.
So under a minute to go before halftime.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1. What do you do here if you're Edison? They've got the offense on the field. Rasmussen will stand out there, and you got McKenzie right to his right. This got to be just a give to McKenzie and let him try to pick up the first down up the middle, right?
That's what I thought the last play was going to be.
Oh.
And now it's a 6-yard difference.
Yeah, that's the left tackle. That's Harper, the sophomore. And that changes things. If you put that football now to the 37, and it's 4th down and 6.
Oh, okay.
Fake the handoff to McKenzie. The pass is out.
Oh, it's dropped. That was a good play design, too. You had the outside receivers getting cushion, and then on the slot receiver, just a quick out, and it was just dropped on the play. It was a well-thrown ball, but it was just dropped.
Kalen Beaver looked like he had it, and maybe he's thinking running before making the catch. He would have had the first down if he'd gone down right there.
That was a good route. Ball maybe a little behind him, but still a catchable ball. And a turnover on downs. Now, how aggressive are you if you're Clovis West? I think you're very aggressive. Football at the 37-yard line.
Well, with that quarterback, and that receiver, yeah, I would say take a couple of shots. Troubled, scrambles away, and then has the pass complete, perfectly thrown over the defender, and a flag comes in. That was Dom Tafoya on the catch. Tonight's End Zone Camera sponsored by Herc Equipment. We equip customers, communities to build a brighter future. Go to hercrentals.com.
I mean, how good of a throw is this, Ralph? I mean, that is picture perfect. Down the sideline, flushed out of the pocket. I've said this, he keeps his eyes downfield, but there's the arm strength. Able to lob a beautiful ball thrown in. Then you get the horse collar penalty after the play, which adds more yardage on top of that. And just like that, in a blink.
Yeah, I thought he was almost throwing it away.
Yeah, exactly.
Just enough to get over the leaping defenders.
Now you got a lot to do here. 39 seconds, plenty of time. Football at the 20.
Inside the 20, that's the Toyota red zone. Howard looking. He's going to pull it down. He's got a lot of running room. He's going to take out to the left side and stop before the 15.
Yeah, that's a good tackle. That made by Jacob Higgins, who came in from his... Desmond Sanders from the linebacker spot.
Watch him just come out of nowhere. Wham! He's going in a different gear than everybody else.
Well, I said they play fast. Did I not, Ralph?
Yes, sir.
And they like to hit. Both these teams like to hit, and both these teams play fast. The linebackers are very active for both teams. Zimmer for Clovis West. We've seen a couple of them. And Sanders and McKenzie for Edison. So if I'm head coach Eric Brown here, plenty of time. Time's not an issue at all for you. You just want your young quarterback and J.J. Howard, who has all that experience from last season, just to make a good decision here. Don't need to force anything.
And look out for number 51.
Look out for Tamu. And then on the flip side, where is RJ at? Look out for Rolando Jefferson. And he is going to be lined at the top of your screen on the short side of the field. That's who I'm looking at. Edison shading his safety that direction as well, so he's going to more than likely see two defenders.
Passes away to Jefferson, caught it around the 10 and out of bounds.
Yeah, you'll take that all day. That's a simple pitch and catch. Nice job of Jefferson getting to the 6. And then Howard gives him a good ball. Already over 100 yards receiving for
another 1st and 10, sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call. Please stay tuned for the Epic RV halftime show featuring our educator spot.
And I was saying already over 100 yards receiving for RJ. He had 79 yards and 4 catches last week with a couple of touchdowns, over 100 yards receiving. And a touchdown already here in this first half.
Sends Macias in motion. Look out from the backside and open in the end zone, touchdown. Well, he got that away just as he was about to be drilled to Dom Tafoya, but he had somebody rushing off the edge.
Yeah, that's a dot. He stood in the pocket, knew he was going to get hit, and then threw a rope to Tafoya, who was lined up in the slot. That's just a good drive for Clovis West to close the first half out, and possibly with a 2-touchdown league at intermission.
That touchdown sponsored by Solar Negotiators, your lifetime roofing and energy partner. And that's a result of a penalty when you had, 4th and 1.
Yeah, you had that false start.
And then you did not convert. Turned it over on downs. Had a 15-yard penalty. They'll go for 2 and make it.
That's Preston Lowe, who was able to get to the edge. Got a really good block by the right tackle that really sprung them wide open to get the 2-point try. And that's a way to close the first half here for the Golden Eagles. But you got to love what you're seeing from J.J. Howard. He's found Tafoya a couple of times, and that was just a rope to get it to Tafoya as he took a shot. A couple of touchdown throws here in the first half, Ralph. A week ago, Tafoya had 3 catches, 19 yards, and a touchdown. So he's got 3 touchdowns now on the season. He's had a touchdown, or I should say 2 touchdowns this season. He did not have a touchdown in their first game. You get a look at him on your screen. Stands 5'10".
Here's a look at the touchdown and the conversion.
And there's that from the outside, but he throws a dot. And then the 2-point conversion, that's just good blocking. Got it from Corpus, the tight end as well. Able to sneak it inside that pylon. Impressive drive, Ralph, impressive.
All right, kickoff is sponsored by Hedrick Chevrolet, the #1 Silverado dealer in the Valley. Kick is taken at the 15. Across the 30. Out across the 35. Out to nearly the 40. Another look at the touchdown and 2-point conversion. There you go.
He knows he's going to get hit from his backside. Fires a rope to Tafoya, who lined up in the slot. That's a big-time throw. And then here's the blocking. You love to see it. Get that man on the ground. Let the other one sneak inside the pylon. And it's a good way to close the first half for Clovis West.
Number 8, Kamakana Corpus with the block to seal off the edge and make it pretty much a walk-in.
Yeah, he's done a nice job blocking tonight from his tight end spot.
Vikings keep it on the ground. They won't allow that clock to run out. So a couple of big impressive drives actually for Clovis West. See if are they going to put another second on the clock?
Yeah, it looks like it. The official's saying, hey, the first half's not in the books. That was McKenzie with a 9-yard pickup. Now you're just sitting to prevent defense. Everything's got to be in front of you. Well, Ralph, in this first half, I know we're talking a lot about J.J. Howard, but how about the defense holding Edison to no points possibly here in this first half?
Well, 15-0 lead to the locker room at halftime. Probably feeling pretty good about things. Other side, though, Edison might be thinking about lost opportunities and missed chances. And we'll go ahead and take a break and come back for the halftime. Right after this, it's 15-0. Clovis West leading Edison of Stockton.
Golden Eagle fans, please turn your attention to the midfield for a special performance over 200 elementary cheerleaders joined our Clovis West squad at this summer's prom and cheer camp. Representing our Clovis West area feeder schools and led by our Clovis West spirit leaders, please welcome your future Golden Eagle cheerleaders performing the 2025 campaigns.
It's halftime. Let us go downstairs to Kevin Miller.
Welcome to the Epic RV halftime show, and it is now time to feature the Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, brought to you by BD&J Injury Lawyers, and of course, number 4 in your program, but number 1 in your heart, our senior from Clovis West. This is Titus Dimmer. Titus, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Okay, this is the busiest guy right now in the stadium. All right, first off, how are we doing? Analyze it. What are we doing well? What do we need to do to hold this lead in the second half?
We're doing good. Offense, making big plays, a lot of shot plays. I think we need to do better just driving down the field, consistent 4-yard plays, 5-yard plays. Defense, we got to get off the field, but we're doing a good job. We're up 15-0.
Right on.
I'm proud of our performance.
And you hear that, Central Valley? Super cerebral is Titus. I'm going to brag on you, right? 4.2 GPA, y'all. And he is a multi-sport athlete. Not just out on the football field, but what other sport are you involved in?
I'm a wrestler. I've been wrestling since I was 4 years old.
Oh, fantastic. And then one thing about the Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete is that we really appreciate the community service. Share with our family what you do out in the community.
So since I was a little kid with my family, we've been out to the migrant homes. I'd always give them my clothes. At the Lost and Found in my elementary school, we'd collect the clothes, go out there, just go provide for the migrant families. And as of recently, I've done some community service out on the San Joaquin River. Just a little cleanup with some friends and got a couple people together.
Beautiful. Hey, fam. This is someone who prioritizes service more than sports, and so we really value that. And then, all right, we're turning the corner. Let's not rush it, but college, are you thinking about a particular college?
I still got a couple on my mind,
Okay.
but my whole life I want to go to the Naval Academy. So that's a big goal of mine, so I'm still aiming for that.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate your future service. If that works out, absolutely. And then any field or area of study you're interested in?
I want to go into the medical field. Yep.
Future doctor here. Well, all right. Well, you are now eligible for a $5,000 scholarship, courtesy of BD&J Injury Lawyers. Sounds pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, and we appreciate the time. We know Coach Brown wants you to get back there, do some chalk talk. So, ladies and gentlemen, our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete goes to Titus Dimmer, and we'll be back with more Epic RV halftime show right after this. Tear 'em up. Welcome back to the Epic RV halftime show. And you just missed the show because it was the Clovis West Cheer and Pep Squad. They're over here now. They're actually getting prepped for our Les Schwab Cheer Challenge tire roll. That's coming up in a little bit right after the break. But we have certainly had a great evening. It has been a fantastic feeder night here at Clovis West at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Feeder night where we had this entire gauntlet, this huge soccer tunnel that featured walking through every single elementary football player, every single elementary cheerleader. You saw Bella earlier in the first quarter sharing how she loves to cheer and support her school. You saw Gianna, who's a senior. She was a former elementary cheerleader. Clovis Unified, in particular Clovis West, they do it right because they are preparing their youngins for the future and being bona fide Golden Eagles. And so you saw just a moment ago, the cheer squad, the varsity cheer squad was doing their thing. Of course, we've got the leader of the ship right here walking in, Jason James, a name that belongs in lights, Jason James. I wish I had a cool name like that. Hey, thanks for hosting us on Friday Night Rivals.
For sure. Thanks for being here.
We were just talking about and celebrating feeder night and how special that is in CUSD. Kind of what's the inspiration behind that?
Oh, it's fantastic. We get all the kids involved from all of our feeder schools that are all going to be Golden Eagles someday, and they all come out here and they're a part of the halftime show, and the kids love it.
This place has been electric. The crowd is full. It has been fantastic. And Jason, I know it's early in the school year. We just finished week 3, but what are some things you're looking forward to this school year with the Golden Eagles?
Oh, wow. Everything. I mean, we get into this business to work with kids and have an impact on kids. And I think the great thing is not only we get the opportunity to do that, but also have an impact on each other as a staff on our site. So I look forward to all the games and the performances and the Vapor performances, our band playing, and all those fantastic things that our kids do. And the thing that's really amazing, and it never ceases to amaze me every year, is there's always something you see a kid do and you're like, oh my gosh. Holy cow, that kid is talented, and those kinds of things. So I look forward to all those great moments and seeing our kids succeed and move on.
Well, and we just interviewed a few of your students, and they were amazing, so articulate, well-spoken. And then here's the thing, y'all. He was busy doing principal stuff, sprinted over just so he could share the good news about the Golden Eagles. So, Jason James, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for hosting us. And, hey, we're going to be back with more Epic RV Halftime Show right after this. Stay golden, Pony Boy. Yeah. Halftime show. It's our favorite part of halftime, y'all, and that is the Les Schwab feature. And look here, we've got Steve Lovelace, the regional manager, an actual regional manager. Steve, how you doing this evening?
Very good.
Oh, great. And, usually, Steve, I'm giving a monologue, which I love to do, about Les Schwab. But to be able to talk with you and to hear more about Les Schwab from you, this is a real treat tonight. First of all, how about your first impressions of Friday Night Rivals here at a high school football game?
Very impressive. I can't believe how many people pack these stands. for a high school football game. The community involvement here is phenomenal.
And thankfully, because of your partnership, we're able to do it. So we appreciate you.
We appreciate you guys.
So, Steve, what sets Les Schwab apart from the other tire schools?
Well, we do a lot of community investing, and that's something that's been in our DNA for well over 70 years. It's something that our founder came up with years and years ago, and we like to put that money back into the community where our employees and all of our customers live and their families participate in.
Yeah. And you talked about the investment. Why the investment in local schools and the local community?
Because that's our future. That's our future, and these are the people that we deal with and interact with every day, and that's what's important to us.
Yep. And I know we see Les Schwab everywhere. So beyond football, how else do you support local youth?
We have kind of a creative program called our Snacks program, where we will donate cases of water, cases of popcorn that high schools and local people can sell and get some money for it.
Sure.
You know, I mean, it's fundraising. That we're all about the fundraising, and it works out great.
Yeah, and it's fair time, so we see you at the fairs and local youth groups, and the toy drive and all those things are just invaluable here for our community.
We're very excited to partner with you guys on that toy drive later on this year.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
yeah.
Well, one thing that we get excited about here, and I don't know, Steve, if you witnessed it, and who we got here?
This is Grayson.
Hey, Grayson, that's right. Yeah, he's an all-star, too. So, Grayson, we're about to have the cheer challenge, courtesy of Les Schwab, to roll these tires. What do we think? Are we thinking C-Dub's going to win, or is C-Dub going to win? So I'm going to walk this way a little bit, okay, just to kind of clear the path. It's an intra-squad scrimmage, y'all, if you will, between C-Dub versus C-Dub. Cheerleaders, are you ready? All right, take one. Whoa. That's a false start. Hey, come on now. Back it up. We have integrity here on FNR Les Schwab Relay. All right, he's going to start you. Watch the marker. Okay, and they're off. The false start. Okay, a little wobbly. They're going to need a balance from Les Schwab. A tire rotation. It looks like the squad. The far squad. But they didn't cross. Now they're carrying it. Oh, she's running. Come here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Quick, before we go to commercial break, you've got integrity for sure. Who won? Loud noises! All right, you all won. They're all winners. C-Dub, Steve Lovelace, Regional Manager of Les Schwab. We'll be back with more Epic RV halftime show right after this. Let's go, cheerleaders. Let's go. Woo! Woo! Everybody's a winner tonight.
No, it's okay. How's your finger? What did you do? Yeah.
Sorry. Arthur, take this. Go.
You know we're coming to, what's it called? McFarland. Yeah.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're getting you ready for the start of the third quarter. Clovis West with a 15-0 lead over Edison. The Vikings making the trip down from Stockton. I'm here in the booth, joined by Matt Norville and Don Smith. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Some great defensive plays, but also some big plays on offense like this.
Yeah, we highlighted J.J. Howard in the pregame. He's made a couple of big-time throws, but how about his number one man, R.J.? Go up and get it. Gets both feet in bounds. Heck of a play. Has already over 100 yards receiving and that touchdown. He's the transfer from Central East, and he has been spectacular in that first half. It's also been the running attack of Macias. But this young man has been all over Howard. That's a couple of sacks for Tamu for Edison. He's just been really wreaking havoc. Howard buying some time, forced it down there. That was the turnover on downs. Looked to be that was going to be the final possession of the first half for Clovis West. But defensively, they've done a good job of bend but don't break. McKenzie, we highlighted him. We've seen some hits here tonight. Rasmussen gets the ball out of his hands early. That was a big miss on fourth down, which leads to the last drive, and they were really highlighting Tafoya, and here is the touchdown pass and catch. Tafoya in that slot. JJ takes a hit and do the Shador. Show the watch. And Clovis got the 2-point try, and they lead 15-0, but I've been more impressed, honestly. I know I came in, I wanted to see J.J. Howard in person. He has not disappointed. But I've been impressed with the defense for Clovis West because Edison's got a couple of highlight reel type athletes that can make plays, and Rasmussen is a very good quarterback, and they pitched a shutout in that first half.
Well, they played two halves, so now it's a game of adjustments and see what happens in the second half. If Edison has enough firepower to make the adjustments that are needed to come back and beat a Clovis West team, it's playing pretty well right now.
Yeah, last year these two teams met. It was the second half in which Clovis West shut out Edison, outscoring them 24-0 en route to a win 39-14 on the road. Here it was the first half, 15-0. Got to like what you're seeing if you're head coach Eric Brown. And JJ, man, he is big time. And what's funny is looking at some of his scholarship offers. I was watching Miami Notre Dame the other night, thinking, man, he's got an offer from the University of Miami. Fresno State's offered him. And it's going to be fun to see him over the next couple of seasons and see where he decides to end up playing.
The mailbag is going to be full, that's for sure.
It is. But, man, he is special. He's shown off the arm, that 60-yard pitch and catch. He's shown off the accuracy. He's even shown off the wheels a little bit. Had a nice scamper to pick up a first down in plus territory. But I've liked what I've seen. You can see why he's a 3-star recruit and highly touted here in the Valley.
He was so anxious to get out here and play and get suited up, and he pulled his uniform on over his hooded sweatshirt.
Hey, that's the thing now. That's the look. That's the look. You got
I started that a long time ago.
You got golfers playing in hoodies now, Ralph.
Yeah.
You watch the PGA Tour,
Hoodies
they've
and
got
shorts.
hoodies on. Fun times, man. This has been a fun game so far. We said coming in, I was really excited about this game. I said, hey, both teams are really going to air it out. And how this game started, there was a couple of runs on the right side from Clovis West. Edison, you knew they were going to run the football, give the ball to McKenzie. And then Howard starting to get warm, starting to let his arm just get a little loose, and he's got a couple of touchdown throws here in the first half.
Good time for me to be able to thank you, Matt Norville, for filling in and doing this game. We have worked together before many times.
We have.
Basketball, mostly.
Yeah, mostly basketball at Fresno State. We've also worked together on Friday Night Rivals. You showed up and helped me out when I was calling the game, and you were handing me all the sponsors.
Yeah, that was not a good time for me.
That was not. I was surprised to see you there at all.
I was under the weather.
You were.
And then here I'm just coming off back surgery now. I'm thinking,
know.
This is a trend.
I'm starting to wonder, am I good luck or bad luck when I show up?
Oh, good luck. I'll take you anytime.
Yeah, Cam's not here because obviously he's in Corvallis. Fresno State plays Oregon State tomorrow at 12:30, so he'll be on the call with Coach Pat Hill and Paul Leffler.
That Oregon State game is one you can see right here on CW59 at 12:30. This is Langdon Horace going to be dragged down after trying to backtrack, and that did not pay off. Cole Lawson got a hold of the jersey and took him down.
That's good special teams for Clovis West. Edison going to start deep in their own territory. They had a couple of long drives. You actually heard Zimmer getting interviewed by Kevin at halftime talk about, hey, we'd like to get off the field sooner. But they did not give up any points in that first half. And if you're Edison, you're looking to finish drives. I think that's the word I'd use if I'm head coach Booker Guyton Jr. in the locker room, to say, hey, let's finish drives.
Mentally prepared.
Rasmussen in at quarterback. Passes to the near sides, complete. Good step out of one tackle, then taken down by the second. That's Alonzo Ward the third.
Just get it to him out in the flat, hopefully get it to him in space and make a man miss, which is what he did. Able to get the ball to that 18-yard line, pick up 6 yards. They've been going to him. I'm really surprised that we haven't seen more targets the direction of Langdon Horace, who had 7 catches in this matchup and over 100 yards receiving last season with a touchdown.
Ward and McKenzie really carrying the bulk of the load right now. Come with a blitz and run right into the play. McKenzie, the ball player, the ball carrier, had no chance to get out of there. The stop was made by Elijah Amont.
Yeah, the 5'10 senior. He is there in a blink, almost right when he hands it off. And I've been impressed by the tackling for Clovis West. I know it's their 3rd game of the season, but they have really done a good job of sticking to fundamentals and wrapping up, because McKenzie's so good at breaking tackles. Brings up a 3rd and long.
Well, that was a big-time stop. Now on 3rd down, he slings it downfield. That's going to be intercepted. And going back the other way, Titus Stickmer, touchdown.
That is back-to-back weeks of pick sixes for the linebacker. I was talking to you, am I a good luck charm for you or a bad luck charm? I'll tell you what, Kevin's a good luck charm for Titus Stickmer. He was the one that was getting interviewed at the half. Busy man, another pick six. And all of a sudden, Clovis West has really opened this game up, Ralph.
Well, I don't know what he was looking at there, but there was nobody there but number 4.
Yeah, I just don't think he saw him, Ralph. When we watched the replay back, I think what you had Zimmer just drop back in coverage, and I just don't think Rasmussen saw him. It was almost like he was throwing directly to Dimmer, and Dimmer had a lot of green grass ahead of him on that right side of the field.
They'll go for a 2-point conversion again and make it again. Right up in the middle. Corpus with the 2-pointer.
That's the way to start the second half if you're Clovis West. You talk about getting off the field quickly. Well, you're going to have to get back on the field because of scoring points on defense. But Dimmer, that's 2 pick sixes in 2 successive weeks for the senior, who likes to call their squad Boom West. That's what he said coming into the year. And you watch this one back. I'm just not sure. I just don't think Rasmussen saw him.
Touchdown sponsored by Solar Negotiators, your lifetime roofing and energy partner.
Yeah, he never sees him. He's staring the whole way.
Boy.
He just, and even if Dimmer is not there, there's a couple of Clovis West defenders all around the football, and then this is as easy as they come. Just simply right up the middle, untouched, hand the football to the official, and it's 23-0.
An explosive start to the second half for Clovis West as the Golden Eagles stretch the lead out to 23-0.
I know we've talked about J.J. Howard, and rightfully so, but honestly, the story of this so far, a little over first half, has been the defense for Clovis West here tonight.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We expected to be offensive fireworks, but the defenses have really done the job, and especially Clovis West. Yeah, Langdon Horace has been kind of reduced to just getting the ball on kickoffs to try and make an impact.
Rasmussen, a season ago, he had 23 touchdowns and threw 64% completion percentage. That's his first pick of the season for Devin, who had 3 touchdowns and threw over 300 yards last week in a loss to Franklin. And that one, he just never saw Demmer trying to force it, staring left the whole way. Demmer drops back in coverage, and it was an easy pick 6.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Whatever you're about to do. One period spins because everyone is impacted.
Wouldn't be surprised to see McKenzie get a couple of touches on this trip.
They handed off to him out across the 30 and spun down.
Yeah, you got to get the football to. He's a 3-star recruit. They list him as an athlete. He was explosive a week ago. You got to try to get the football to McKenzie. One thing I have not seen so far in this game is I have not seen them get the ball to McKenzie in terms of passing. He comes out of the backfield. We saw that last week on film against Franklin. He had that big pitch and catch of 62 yards, but we have not seen him really catch a ball out of the backfield so far tonight.
Stand right there. Stand right there. Stand right there.
4-man rush, the pass over to the perimeter, and again, boy, the defense is just all over things.
That's Boom West, Ralph.
Corpus again on the stop.
It's fundamental tackling, too. That's what you really got to love. So watch this back. It's just a quarterback read, get it out to the flat, nowhere to go. Corpus right on top of him.
And he had to get rid of the ball because the pressure was coming.
And you got to love what you're seeing.
He's just complaining about everything from everybody else.
We've got 4 down linemen on this one for Clovis West. Now they're going to drop one back. Show blitz coming up the middle.
3rd and 3, and they get to McKenzie for a loss.
Yeah, they showed blitz coming from the linebacker spot. They mixed it up. It looked like they were going to have something off the edge, then they drop it, and then bring the blitz in the middle from the linebacker spot, able to shoot through the gap and make a good tackle. And there you go. That's what they asked for. They said, hey, get off the field. That's what we want to see in the second half, and that's a good tackle made by Elijah.
Elijah Amat on the stop. Going to force the punt. High snap, low kick. Out of bounds at about the 41, 42-yard line. So good field position for Clovis West to take over again, already leading by 23.
I think this is a drive where you can almost really put the finishing touches on this game if you can. It's a 3-possession game right now, and if you can take some time off the clock here in this third quarter, go down and put up 6, it could be all she wrote. At least that would be my mindset if I'm quarterback J.J. Howard here. Let's run the ball a little bit, play some pitch and catch. Let's kind of ice this game.
Steven Macias in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. Picked his way past the first defender, but then distance from Desmond Sanders. Sanders was right there to plug that hole. Let's go downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Friday Night Rivals is powered by the United States Army, and I am here with Sergeant First Class Ralph. What inspired you to join the United States Army?
Oh, simply, I just wanted to do something totally different, something that nobody else can do in the world. And my main job in the Army is now I'm a Black Hawk mechanic, and I fix and fly helicopters.
That sounds exciting. All right. And then, you know, speaking of what most people don't do is they don't do something what's about to go down right now. What's about to go down?
The push-up challenge!
Let's go! My workout for the week.
Yeah, here we go. All right, get ready, get set, begin. There you go. There you go. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You guys got it. Yeah.
Pass is incomplete. Dangerous pass as well.
Don't give up. Keep going. You got this. You guys got this.
Oh, tell him take a rest. take a break.
Well, that's what you needed on the other side if you were Edison. Force a 3 and out and get the football back.
Clovis West to punt.
Number 5, Andrew, punt formation, number 11.
Thought about faking it. Kicks it end over end, and then it's going to be deadened at about the 21. And that's where Edison takes over again. Still trying to put some points on the board.
When you look back at this game, Ralph, Clovis West received the football to start the game, and they did a very good job in their first drive. 9 plays, 81 yards, took 5 minutes and 43 seconds off the clock. Then they end the first half with a good touchdown drive, and you get a pick 6 to start here in the second half. They've done a very good job of starting halves and closing halves so far in this one.
Well, they've started this half quickly with the pick 6. Pass to the perimeter is complete out across the 30-yard line. Be sure to join us in 2 weeks when the Sanger Apaches take on the Kingsburg Vikings right here on the CW 59.
That's a 12-yard pickup on it. Getting it out to Gresham. That's the 4th catch today for Gresham, the junior.
Yeah, we have to take a week off next week. I think Kevin has plans to go to the Bahamas or something like that. Or maybe Don Smith is heading to Fiji. No? Trying to put some pressure. He floats it downfield, incomplete.
He had him too. Gresham beat double coverage. Just led him too far. If you can hit him in stride, he'd still be running. Good effort, though, out there for Gresham.
By the way, the first halves here in the second half, first downs in the second half will be sponsored by U.S. Army. He has kind of a sidearm release when he flings it downfield.
It's one of the few times tonight, too, he's held onto the football and he's had time in the pocket. Had time to set his feet and really throw a pretty ball out there, just led his receiver a little bit too far.
Trying the screen, there's Horace. Finally getting his hands on the ball. Tonight's closed captioning is sponsored by Sante Health Physicians, the best doctors, the best care.
That's a young man I thought we'd see a lot more in that first half. I imagine we're going to see more of him here in the second half as you look at him on your screen. And Horace, he had 89 yards receiving last week and a touchdown. He's going to Stanford. We've already seen the Stanford socks, and it's only a second catch so far in this one tonight, Ralph.
First and 10 sponsored by U.S. Army. Be all you can be. Pass to the perimeter, complete across midfield.
It's almost an extension of your running play. It's just a simple pitch and catch. Throw it out there in the flat. Gresham's he's got a blocker ahead of him, able to get the ball to midfield, pick up 7.
So they've got a second and about 3.
Going with a tight set here.
This is Horace trying to get the edge, gets around it, and then he's knocked out of bounds at about the 45.
And that's what you got to do, though. You want to get your playmaker the ball any way you can. That time, just jet sweep, able to hand it off to him, have him come around, pick up enough for the first down, get into plus territory, and this is a good drive for Edison. You got Horace on this one lined up in the slot.
Another 1st and 10 sponsored by U.S. Army. Beyond Kundi. Getting it done. Little by little.
Yeah, that's another good open field tackle, though. Clovis West has just really brought the boom west tonight. That's Enriquez from the DB spot coming in off the edge. Wrapping up again.
Right after the game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller Fool Us. That's coming up on the CW59.
You've got to love what you've seen tackling-wise if you're head coach and for Clovis West, Eric Brown.
Yeah, they've laid some hits on people tonight. That pass is complete. That's Alonzo Ward.
You know what Edison's doing here on this drive, Ralph? You know the saying, you never go broke if you're always taking a profit. That's what they're doing. It's just a short game, but it'll just keep moving the sticks. You stay ahead of the chains, which is what they need to do, and they're doing it on this drive.
I got to write that down. You never go broke, what?
Always taking a profit.
That sounds like a good idea. When does that happen? Got a receiver out there that's Langdon Horace. Breaks out of a tackle and gets it inside the 15. Yeah, now you can see why schools like Stanford want him.
Yeah, he's electric. If you get him in space, that's where he can really do damage. Clovis West has done a good job so far tonight of bottling him up, but on this drive, they've really tried to get the football in his hands. 3rd time he's touched the football on this drive as you watch Horace make the first man miss, and then once he gets in space, look out.
This is a 1st down play as he stretches to the goal line.
They'll say just
short.
Tackle on the play by 16, Andrew Garcia.
Watch this back. McKenzie just right through that A gap. Reaches out.
I don't know. Are they saying the left elbow maybe?
They're saying he was down. I'd give the ball right back to McKenzie if I'm Edison.
Instead, Rasmussen's going to throw to the back of the end zone and overthrown, incomplete. Time for tonight's Smile Cam. It's brought to you by Toyota. A lot to smile about for football fans tonight because it turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful night.
This is the 12th play of the drive coming up. It's taken a lot of time trying to get back into this game. First chance of the night really to get some points on the board for the Vikings. And he's under center in an I formation. I haven't seen this formation
and look
at
at
all.
who's blocking. Tom, who was out there blocking, and he must not have gone behind him. They do signal touchdown, don't they? You're signaling it up here. I was waiting to see a guy down there.
Yeah, touchdown McKenzie. He followed Big Boy just on the right side. All you have to do is get the ball to cross the plane, and it did as you watch this one back. That's Tamu leading the way. Goes away from Tamu, easily and across the plane at the end zone. First points of the game for Edison. And 2nd touchdown of the year for McKenzie.
Please stay tuned for the J.C. Melton chill play of the game. That's coming up soon.
Still a long way to go in this one, Ralph. I thought the last drive for Clovis West was a chance really to put the nail in the coffin, but 3 and out, and then Edison responds with a long drive. And we've got a game on our hands.
Extra point is good. 23-7. A minute 14 to go in the 3rd quarter, so you're right. Still quite a bit of football to play. 23-7, Clovis West with the lead over Edison of Stockton. We'll be back with more right after this. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals.
Granted, you know, pound for pound, time for times, right? I have gone improving better than you, right? Will I ever be better than you? From my point of view, in the fight, I am getting more results of like improvement from the past than what we're getting in the cross country.
Another look at the touchdown. As McKenzie puts the Vikings on the board finally.
Yeah, off the right side of the line, went away from the block. He saw that there was no room to follow Tamu, decided to bounce it to the right, got it just the football across the into the end zone. And Edison all of a sudden now trailing 23-7. And you look back and you say, how big, Ralph, was that pick six on the first drive here of the second half to start this third quarter, with Dimmer returning it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's been one of those you look back and it was just Rasmussen never saw him.
Now can you sustain this? As the kickoff is sponsored by Hedrick Chevrolet, the #1 Silverado dealer in the Valley.
Start with at your own 25-yard line. I think this is an important drive for J.J. Howard here in this one. You'd like to use some clock, and you'd like to get some points on this drive. Edison, on the flip side, you'd like another 3 and out, get your offense the football, and see if you can really get interesting in that fourth quarter.
Anthony DiCanio making the most of TV time there with the helmet off.
You got to see the face, don't you,
You want to be seen, that's right.
People got to know who you are.
So, how does Clovis West respond now?
I'd like to see him give it to Macias, but there's a young man we have not called in a while. His name is RJ. Rolando Jefferson. You got to get him the football. He's got over 100 yards receiving.
Coming to the near side, intended, I believe that was for Juju Sanders. Overthrown.
Intended for number 6, Juju Sanders.
Juju had a touchdown catch last week. He mentioned that Howard threw 5 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. But I think a lot like what you saw with Edison in terms of getting Horace the football, I think you've got to do the same thing with Jefferson, with RJ. Just find a way to get him the ball, whether it's a jet sweep, whether it's, hey, get it out to him in the flat. Just get him a touch.
Get the ball to your playmakers, let them make plays, right?
I used to have a coach that always said, hey, just go be an athlete. Sometimes that's what it is.
Nobody ever said that to me. They said, go be a sportscaster. There's another big run up the middle.
Steven Macias takes it out across the 30-yard line.
Steven Macias got to be close to 100 yards.
He's been the big workhorse tonight for Clovis West, no doubt about it. We're a yard shy of the first down, but that's back to what they did on their opening drive. If you remember, everything was run off the left side of the line. That time, again, off the left side of the line.
But you're right, it sure has been quiet without RJ getting any targets here. Again, Macias, boy, breaks it over the right side, up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, but if Macias is running like that and getting those kind of holes, one time on the left side, the next time on the right side, you're just going to keep handing him the football.
Another first down, sponsored by U.S. Army. Be all you can be.
It's a 12-yard pickup on that play, and that should end the third quarter. So Clovis West is going to have the lead heading into the fourth.
Yeah, and they look like they're moving it down the field again. So 23-7 is our score after 3. Guess it's time for us to step aside and take a break as they do. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals on CW 59. We will be right back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. 23-7 as we start the fourth quarter. Clovis West with the lead over Edison of Stockton. Howard with the pass. And a penalty flag comes in.
Howard's pass is complete to Dom Sequoia. Shot ball on the play by 24, Jesus Castro. There's a penalty marker on the play. The indication is holding against the Golden Eagles.
Holding on Clovis West. Matt cannot hear me, or cannot hear us right now.
That's going to be a hold on the play. They'll back it up 10 yards.
There he is.
This is an important drive here to start here in the fourth quarter for Clovis West, no doubt about it, Ralph. Have not seen RJ touch the football in quite some time.
Macias, the ball carrier, takes it out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, not long ago you were talking about Clovis West possibly getting a touchdown that could ice the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for too, Ralph, is icing this football game. But you want to stay ahead of the sticks. And now you've got second down and long because of that holding penalty. And so if you're Clovis West, you want to draw something up here. Well, at least it'll make it third and manageable. I mean, I got to be looking at RJ on this play. Just trying to get him something.
Howard in an empty backfield. The ball is deflected and incomplete.
Howard's pass is incomplete. Intended for Tafoya.
Yeah, they were looking for Tafoya. He was running an in route. It just went right through his hands and almost picked off. And there's not too many plays in the playbook for third down and 16. And if you're Edison, you don't want to do anything foolish and pick up a penalty and give them the first down, because you'll get that football back with plenty of time remaining here in this game.
All right, Howard facing a third and long, 3rd and 16. Looking for a chunk play here. Vikings show blitzing back out of it. Howard gets the pass away and it's incomplete.
And that's good pressure defense, and that's Tamu again. He has been a man tonight. A couple of sacks. He has been in the backfield, it seems like, just wreaking havoc. And Edison is going to get the football back with plenty of time left here in this one.
Clovis West will punt it away, facing a 4th and 16 with 10:44 to go.
Number 5, Major Lee in punt formation for the Golden Eagles. Alonzo Ward, the third, back deep to receive for Edison.
Major Lee to punt.
Ward, the third, takes it out across the 25-yard line.
Third, returning out to the 25.
He's tripped up by number 13, Preston Lowe.
Well, now you're looking for Boom West. We've been highlighting them and talking about how good they've played all game, and they really have. They've held Edison to just 7 points. But you want your defense to come up here and make a good stop. As you watch the replay, the ball kind of bounced around and picked up by Zoe Ward, hurdles a man, and then is brought down at that 25-yard line. He's a youngster, man.
Up and over.
He's just a baby, is Zoe Ward, a sophomore. We've got some very good youth on this field on both sides of the ball and on both teams.
First down sponsored by U.S. Army, be all you can be. Rasmussen looking right, then looking left, then taken down.
And that's Demmer, man. He came in from the linebacker. It's a linebacker blitz. Demmer comes around, and what I've been impressed with all game long has been the tackling of Clovis West. And Demmer, again, once he got his hands on the quarterback, he did not let go. As soon as Rasmussen turned around, he realized, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And that's just another good tackle. Demmer's played a really good game here tonight. That pick six, yeah, he was honored at halftime with Kevin. I mean, hey, Kevin's got some good words, man. Demmer has played an inspired second half.
Second and 17 after the big loss on the sack. Rasmussen high and incomplete.
Rasmussen's pass is incomplete.
Ball got away from him a bit. He had his man.
Ward was the intended receiver.
He had his man, Zoe Ward, just got away from him, from Rasmussen. A little bit high. He reached up with that right hand, couldn't bring it in, but he had him. And now a third down and 17. Clovis West trying to force a 3 and out.
Rasmussen. Boy, he's in trouble again, and down he goes.
The front for Clovis West has been very good tonight, but they've also been good at disguising their blitz packaging tonight as well. And another good job of another sack as Zimmer jogs off the field. He was right in the middle of it, as usual. Hopefully he's all right as he was kind of holding that right hand a little gingerly.
You can watch a replay of tonight's game. Head over to YouTube and search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59 and click on the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week. Another low kick, not much on it that time. It's out to the 32, and Clovis West is already on the doorstep now to try and add to that lead.
Deep into Edison territory. Be aware of the quick strike here. If you're J.J. Howard, you're thinking, hey, let's take a shot right now.
Take 4 shots
on this play.
Yeah, but he has really been taken out of it after really lighting it up in the first half.
Well, they're giving a cushion to RJ. He's on the bottom of your screen.
Clovis West going to take a timeout with under 9 minutes to go here in the football game. We're going to take a break, so stay with us. We'll be back with more. You're watching the Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals, where Clovis West has a 23-7 lead over Edison. I don't think so. Okay. Welcome back. Let's send it down to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
The greatest student section in the universe, the Clovis West Golden Eagles! Oh, yeah, we brought him over real quick so that you can meet him. Hey, what's good about being a Golden Eagle?
Honestly, there's too much to say. But we are a family. We soar together, we fight together, and we win everything together.
Hey, soaring together. Yeah, Hey, what else is good about being a Golden Eagle?
I don't know. Everything?
Everything! Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Eagles. Let's make some noise. Let's get this win. We've got this, Clovis West. Ralph, Matt, back to you. Let's go, Sherman to victory. Let's go, Golden Eagles.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Now, you heard him? We're having some audio issues, so we're not sure who's hearing what and who. Let's take a look at tonight's school bus stop of the game. Always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. not stopping or trying to beat the smart arm puts lives at risk.
Always remember to stop when
it's off your license and license suspension. Wham. There it is. Stop of the night.
And they're called Boom West for a reason. It's been the tackling tonight of the defense of Clovis West. You can see it. They're getting into the backfield, wrapping up, doing all the fundamentals correctly, playing fast, and also wrapping up. They've done a great job tonight. The entire defense, and you heard before the season, Zimmer, the outstanding linebacker, say we call ourselves Boom West, and we've gotten to see Boom West here tonight, only giving up 7 points here against a very explosive offense in Edison Vikings out of Stockton.
Clovis West in pretty good position, just outside the 30, heading in with a chance to extend its lead. Keep it on the ground, but not much there. Maybe a yard for Macias.
I thought we might have seen Ralph a shot to the end zone on that play. Instead, they give it to Macias, who's been their workhorse here tonight, especially in the second half, and just picks up a yard on the play. But I thought we might see a shot on that one with the football sitting at the 32, you know. Not a long punt. You might take a shot.
Second and 9, approaching 8 minutes to go in the game. Howard wanted to throw, but he's going to be taken down. Getting into the backfield quickly, Desmond Sanders. Sanders in on the tackle, and we just pop back in. I can now hear everything. So that was Desmond Sanders coming in for the sack. On a big second and long.
And with a little help of my friends, do you know who else was with him? It was Tamu as well, who was again in the backfield and wrapped him up.
Card 2.
Telling you what, he has been a force here tonight. Now it's third and forever. I think you probably hand this football off. You're looking at 4-down territory anyway. You're trying to just use the clock, up 2 scores here in the fourth quarter.
Third and very long for the Golden Eagles. Countdown 7:15 left in the game. Macias took a couple of steps forward.
Yeah, I think he was anticipating the give. They were going to more than likely just hand it off to Macias. Now he put the football at the 45-yard line after you started at the 32. That's not what head coach Eric Brown wanted to see on this drive.
Correction, third down and 23.
The distance keeps getting longer. Calling for a long pass. Who's down there? Incomplete, overthrown. RJ was the intended receiver, but he was well covered and the ball was overthrown anyway.
And that was good defense on the play by Edison. They had a couple of defenders really just shading to RJ. And that was really the first time here in the second half that we've seen RJ targeted.
Fourth down and 23 for the Golden Eagles.
The chill play of the game is sponsored by J.C. Melton, keeping local farmers cool for over 75 years.
Well, how cool of a customer is J.J. Howard, and that is a cool catch. Stuart Scott, rest in peace. Cool as the other side of the pillow. One of my favorite lines in all of broadcasting, and that is what exactly he looked like. RJ on that first drive had 4 catches and a touchdown.
And again, that is the J.C. Melton chill play of the game. And there's another hit.
It's taken by Desmond Sanders. And what you get a lot of times with the punter for Clovis West is he'll dance around a little bit and then he'll decide to punt the football. That time it might have been partially blocked, and then it was caught by Sanders at the 30. So Edison, after all of that, They've got the football at their own 30-yard line.
Edison will start first and 10 for their own 30-yard
Can we
line.
get J as in Julie? J as in Julie?
Right after the game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller Fool Us. That's coming up on the CW 59. Rasmussen with a quick release, but could not make the connection. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he was looking for Gresham, but so was the Clovis West linebacker who jumped the route, almost picked him off. That looked like it was Cole Lawson out there who dove and almost picked it off.
Second down and 10 for Edison.
Rasmussen running away from pressure. Now he's looking to dump it off to Ward, who made the catch and turned it in.
Ward the third.
You're going to need a few more. You're going to need some chunk plays if you're Edison. Time is not your friend. That's a pickup of 7. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3, but you got to get some, got to pick up the speed and pick up the tempo if you're Edison. They're taking a lot of time.
Rasmussen again flushed out of the pocket, heading to the sideline, goes into the slide, short of the 40, at about the 37.
That's going to actually be officially no gain on the play. So 4th down and 3 as we are under 6 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Pick up the 1st down, obviously his first priority, and then once you pick it up, pick up the pace.
You better pick it up, though, that's for sure.
Taking a lot of time, Ralph.
Yes, they are. Hand off, and the ball comes out. It's a fumble recovered by Clovis West.
There's that man again, Titus Dimmer. He's been a star tonight for Clovis West, no doubt about it. I know it's maybe early to pick our player of the game, but I wouldn't be upset if his name is Titus Dimmer.
Be sure to join us in 2 weeks as the Sanger Apaches take on the Kingsburg Vikings right here on CW 59. We're going to take a break. 5:08 to go. 23-7, Clovis West leads Edison. All right, we're back for the final 5:08 of this one, 23-7. Clovis West leading Edison.
Take a look at Zimmer. He's had a heck of a game, a fumble recovery, a pick 6. He's been on a number of tackles the leader of this Clovis West defense. Kevin got to chat with him at halftime, and they might become best friends because I have a feeling those two are going to be chatting at the end of the game as well.
And maybe it's those neon green gloves.
You know what's interesting?
That makes you stand out.
Yeah, Kevin walked in today and saw I had green and black shoes on today, and he said, green means greatness. Demmer's got green on. Maybe that's what it means.
You notice I'm wearing no green.
But he's been special today, no doubt about it. I've really been impressed with what he's done defensively. He's been around the ball. That's what you hear coaches a lot of times when they describe a player that's on defense. They'll say, hey, he's just around the ball, and that's what Demmer is. Second week in a row, he's had a pick six, had one last week. Fumble recovery just moments ago on fourth down. I've really liked what I've seen from that young guy.
Now Clovis West just trying to finish the game. Macias, boy, how many times have we heard the PA announcer announce him tonight as the ball carrier? It's another one.
Macias has had over 10 carries in this one, which is interesting because we said coming in, we're not sure if anyone was going to get over 10 carries here tonight. We thought Major Lee was a player we might take a look at in the backfield, but it's been all Macias. Higgins has been sprinkled in, but it's been the bulk of the running tonight has been Stephen Macias, the senior.
Howard handing it off and hit immediately. That time the ball carrier was Cole Lawson.
And that was Briscoe who came in quickly. The front for Edison has been good. It's interesting, Clovis West scored 15 points in that first half. It was really just two drives. The opening drive and then the closing drive of this second quarter. And then here in the second half, they've been held scoreless. It's that pick six that's
the
really
defense
been the
has the
difference.
points. So the offense has been shut down.
Be interesting to see the comments after the game as we got a timeout here from head coach Eric Brown, what he thinks of this one. I think I leave this game, if I'm head coach Eric Brown, very pleased with the defense for Clovis West. I love how they've wrapped up, how they've been with their fundamentals. They've been around the football. They have really made Rasmussen uncomfortable all night. But I think on the offensive side, he's going to say he wants to just get a little bit more in sync and find more of a rhythm for the quarterback in J.J. Howard. I think that's what he's going to say. J.J.'s had a good game. He's had a couple of touchdown throws. He threw one to R.J. in that first half, and then Tafoya was the other recipient. But I think he wants the offense to be in a little bit more sync. He's going to be pleased, I believe, with the running attack here in this game as well. But I think that's something coaches are always looking to clean things up going into next week.
All right, 4:07 to go here. Howard's going to throw. Looking. Lets it go. Deflected and incomplete.
That's good coverage by the secondary for Edison because Howard had all the time in the pocket. It was just a four-man front. And the offensive line did a great job of giving him a ton of time, able to stay in the pocket, set his feet, but no one was really open. That was good defense there by Edison.
Desmond Sanders, number 21, was the guy who got a hand on it.
And he's had a nice game in that linebacker spot.
This is tonight's Les Schwab Tires player of the game.
They can't go wrong with him. Titus Dimmer, he's been a part of everything here tonight. And I mean everything. Pick six, fumble recovery, even in a recipient at halftime. Wasn't even able to get into halftime right away and listen to the halftime speech from the coaches. He was out here talking to us.
He's going to be able to tell his coaches he didn't need that halftime speech.
Because he came out ready to go in that second half.
Yeah, he ends up in the end zone on a pick six and says, where you guys been?
You love that too. Especially in that linebacker spot. 2 pick sixes in successive weeks.
Under 4 minutes to go in this one.
Ironically, Clovis West has Edison next week. That's Edison in Fresno. Taking on already 2 Edisons so far in this season.
Yeah, and the Edison Huntington Beach, that's no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Rasmussen's pass is complete to number 2, Kaylon Beaver.
Beaver with the first down pickup. Got to pick up the tempo. That's a 12-yard pickup. Haven't called Beaver's name a lot. That's just his 3rd catch of the game.
It's a 1st and 10, sponsored by U.S. Army. That one toward the sideline is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Well, we came in talking about Langdon Horace and saying, hey, that's his go-to man. But really the go-to man tonight is that young man on the screen. That's where most of the throws have gone to, is Gresham. We've seen a few to Zoe Ward Jr., but Horace has not gotten many touches, with the exception of that touchdown drive where they really keyed in and got the football to Horace. He hasn't gotten a lot of touches here tonight.
Rasmussen gets the pass away. It's complete. This is Horace. Run out of bounds across the 40. They'll spot him about the 42.
That's near a first down. Where they have the football right now, that looks to be just short.
3rd down and 1 for Edison.
But that's how dangerous Horace is. Get him coming across the field. Try to get him the football in space. Are they going to call this a first down?
Well, the official looks like he's trying to get him to move the chains.
So next week, you mentioned that Edison and Fresno is going to take on Clovis West. It'll be Central East taking on this Edison squad, as Edison will come back to Fresno to take on a very good Central East team. A lot of folks think they might be the best team in the Valley this season.
There are a lot of good quarterbacks in the Valley this year.
Clovis High's got one of them.
Rasmussen gives no exit, nowhere to go. Finally taken down in the backfield for a loss by Logan Lorette.
The 6'1" junior. I mean, just they have been, it seems like Rasmussen, he likes to get rid of the football quickly, but he's had to get rid of the football quickly tonight because he's had pressure in his face all night long.
Pressured again, gets it away. Horace with the catch, runs out of bounds and is helped out of bounds. It's going to be good enough for another first down, sponsored by U.S. Army. Be all you can be.
Now they're starting to get the football to their playmaker. But time is not their friend. They've got to really pick up the tempo as we approach 2 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, and you've got to score 2 touchdowns.
Steps up, delivers. That pass is complete to Ward, breaking a couple of tackles. Boy, he was slippery on that play. Finally down just outside the 30. There's an injured Clovis West player on the field.
Let's take a look at this. Eludes the first defender. We haven't seen that really at all tonight. Clovis West has done a great job tackling. Might be a little fatigue as it's late here. It's been a hot night here in Clovis. Maybe a little tired towards the end of the game, and you hope everything's okay with the young man that's down for Clovis West. As they work on, it looks like they're working on his left leg. That's Caleb Davis, a starting nose guard for Clovis West.
6'3" senior, 270 pounds. And you hope it's a cramp.
100%. Watch the replay on this one. I think it's friendly fire that actually catches his knee. You can see that on there. It was friendly fire.
Yeah, teammate ran into him.
Sometimes it scares you more than anything, Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
You hope he's okay. It's good to see him walk under his own power. It's one of the things I know you and I, we broadcast a lot of sports, and that's the one thing you wish, if there's one thing you could take away from sports, it's injuries. You just hate to see it.
Absolutely. Especially in this game. The guys are getting bigger and stronger and faster. Rasmussen going to air it out.
Ooh.
Ball is caught. Is it going to be a touchdown?
It looked good.
Let's see. Wait for the signal.
Yeah.
It is.
That is an unbelievable catch.
And he comes up limping.
That is the sophomore Zoe Ward Jr. Watch how he goes up and attacks this football. This game is not over. He went up, caught it, able to get a foot down. We've seen two spectacular catches here tonight. One by RJ for Clovis West and another one by Zoe Ward Jr. As you watch this one back, look at him go up, attack the football, position himself. That's a touchdown. He maintains control as he goes to the ground. Gets up a little gimpy, and now they're taking a look.
Touchdown is sponsored by Solar Negotiators, your lifetime roofing and energy partner. Meanwhile, there's also an injured player around the 40-yard line.
That's the quarterback, Rasmussen. We mentioned last year he had a sprained MCL, and he is healthy for the first time this season. Coming in, he felt good. You wonder if he just got the wind knocked out of him. Took a shot, by the way, when you watch the replay back and you see what kind of hit he took. He stood in the pocket, knew he was about to get hit, threw a pretty ball. Looks to be okay. Easy for us to say as we're up here and we didn't take that shot to the ribs. Gets a hug from his teammates. Everything looks to be all right, but man, what a ball. And what a catch. You got to go for two here. This is the ball game, really, Ralph. You have to make this 2-point try.
So who's going to be your quarterback on the play?
Yeah, because Rasmussen's out. No doubt about it. You're not going to have him at quarterback.
Got McKenzie back there. And also Aiden McClendon, I believe.
Yeah, he's a freshman, is McClendon.
And a penalty is going to probably march it back.
And you see that a lot of times or a timeout taken before.
Oh, pick up the flag.
So Edison takes the timeout. I was going to say, a lot of times you see that when a new quarterback comes in because it's a different cadence. As you watch this ball again, go up and get it, young man. I tell you what, but look at the shot he takes. He knows he's about to get hit. Lets it fly. Touchdown pass. Same thing happened, if you remember, at the end of the second quarter with J.J. Howard. Again, the backside pressure. That time it was Larati coming in and laying the wood on Rasmussen. Nothing dirty about it. Picture perfect, clean hit. Stays in the pocket, throws a pretty ball, and Zoe Ward Jr. with the touchdown.
Minute 10 to go. 2-point conversion attempt coming to make it a one-score game. So Edison's on the verge of making it very interesting here if the Vikings can convert the 2-point conversion. Now on that last play that was whistled dead, it went to McClendon. This one goes to McClendon too. Deep drop, throws. Down near the goal line, made the catch, or didn't he? No, he dropped it. So the conversion is no good.
As you watch this one back, again, this is the touchdown pitch and catch. Goes up off 1 foot, spins, stays inside the pylon, controls it through the ground. And Rasmussen stays in the pocket to deliver the ball and takes a shot. We've seen a couple of really good throws from a couple of good quarterbacks and a couple of spectacular catches as well from 2 big-time wide receivers. And Ward Jr., just a sophomore for Edison and the Vikings. He's got a bright future ahead of him, no doubt about it.
Yeah, there have been some big plays in this game. Fun to watch. It's turned out to be an entertaining game. Been some big plays on defense and offense.
So now you set up for the onside kick. Clovis West recovers. This game should be in the books.
Emmanuel Leon Gallagher set to kick off for Edison.
Scoots along the ground, is picked up, and you ought to probably just go down right there.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can take a knee.
R.J. Jefferson takes out across the 40-yard line.
Clovis West going to move to 2-1. It'll be interesting to see. I like what I've seen. You know, I came in saying, hey, I want to see J.J. Howard live. I also wanted to see that young man live, too, in R.J. And, boy, he did not disappoint. But I'll tell you what, Clovis West, they've got Edison next week. And you look at them and you say, a year ago they were winless in league play. I can go out on a limb and say they're not going to be winless in league play, I don't think, this season.
Howard will hand it off to Macias. Runs into the grip of Sanders.
Sanders has had a good game here tonight. He's been around the football, made several tackles here. Macias, workhorse type game. Hasn't been able to get the payoff and get into the end zone, but he's still been a very good, a hard runner here tonight for Clovis West.
Edison will take a timeout.
I mean, really, you just run the football one more time, let them burn a timeout, and then kneel it on the last play, and this game's over. Well, these two teams met a season ago, Ralph, and it was Clovis West shutting out Edison in the second half, outscoring them 24-0, which was a tight first half. It was 15-14. They won that one 39-14. Tonight, they shut out Edison in the first half, and the pick six was the big story in this one. That's the difference in this game tonight, is the pick six by Demmer, because the Clovis West offense has not been able to put points on the board here in the second half against Edison's defense.
Macias again, cross midfield.
They're
Ball
trying to get the football out, and they did.
Come out, and they come out of there with it. Let's see what the call is. They are saying that Edison has the football. Looks like coming out of it is Caden Duarte, yes.
They were punching at the football. They were keeping him up, just punching at it. So Edison recovers the football, and they will have it. And you got an injured Clovis West player down. Macias gets the give. Again, watch this. They keep him up, and they just start punching at the football to try to force a fumble. You'll see right here ripping at it, and then there, boom. That's Sanders who punches the football away, and then Edison able to jump on top of it. That play really made famous by Peanut Tillman back in the day for the Chicago Bears. That was his claim to fame with the good Bears defense back in the early 2000s. Cam Worrell was sitting here right now. He could tell you all about it.
And would love to, yeah.
That's what they used to teach down in Chicago. See, they hold him up. And then right here, as they're ripping away, Sanders with the right fist punches it cleanly away as Macias goes down. Hope he's okay. This kid's been working hard tonight. He's the injured player for Clovis West on the field. We've been fortunate that we had not seen injuries at all in this game until the last couple of minutes. There's that pick six again.
There's the chill play of the game again.
Titus Dimmer.
Sponsored by J.C. Melton, keeping local families cool for over 75 years.
Yeah, that's the difference in this ball game, is that pick six. Rasmussen just never saw him. He's going to be the player of the game, and he's had a good game. A fumble recovery and that pick six, which is the difference.
Pass is complete over around the 40-yard line. Rasmussen back in there after taking the big hit.
And then he's finding his man again. And we did not talk about Horace in that first half, and we came in keying on Horace, having 7 catches over 100 yards last season with the touchdown. But here in the second half, they've been going to him a lot more.
That's another first down, sponsored by U.S. Army. Rasmussen over the middle. Has it complete to Ward inside the 25.
Got to go quick if you're Edison.
Yeah, it is Ward. Clock running. And he'll just deaden it. With 16 left, 16 seconds.
Well, when this game is over, there'll be a lot of teachable things. Again, for Edison, I think the bugaboo in their first 2 games, if you talk to their coaching staff, will be slow starts. Mm-hmm. They were outscored 17-0 last week when they took on Franklin. And then once they got their feet underneath them, then it was pretty much even the rest of the way. They were outscored 15-0 in the first half here tonight. If they can clean that up, they'll have a chance.
Rasmussen throws. Caught and out of bounds.
That'll set up
Ward
a first,
again.
Yeah, that'll set up a first down and goal. That should be a first and goal. They continue the clock as he was coming towards the football going out of bounds, and that might be the final play.
Boy, they're not able to get another play off. Let's see if they rule they have time for one. Or are they going to say, no, it is over? Clock just ran out on him. Mm-hmm. And there's referee Richard Willis nodding his head, basically saying, this one is over. So you would have liked to have seen them get one more play just to make it really interesting. But it got to be pretty exciting at the end anyway, with Clovis West hanging on to beat Edison of Stockton 23-13.
It's a good win for Clovis West. Back-to-back victories after they closed the year last season, losing 7 in a row, lost the opener here this season, and then win their next 2, win their first home game of the year. They've got Edison next year, or I should say next week. They will take on Edison. And then for Edison out of Stockton, they have Central East. There's so many Edisons, you got to keep them all straight, Rob.
Well, this is a pretty good group that came down from Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
And ran into, as you pointed out, a pretty good Clovis West team right now.
Very impressed with the defense here tonight. Thought the offense really in the second half just was out of sync. Thought in the first half the offense looked pretty good. J.J. Howard looked very good. He had some playmakers making some plays, but in the second half, their offense really kind of could not get in a rhythm, and they had some uncostly penalties that really pushed them back behind the sticks. And when those things happen and you get into those 3rd and forevers, it really makes things very difficult for you. But the defense was there throughout.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. You've just watched Clovis West beat Edison 23-13 on Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome to the postgame wrap-up. I'm going to toss it down to Kevin Miller with the presentation of the Les Schwab Tires Player of the Game and Trophy presentation. Kevin.
Yeah.
We're on? Yeah, you're on.
Hey, we are on. We are here with the victorious Golden Eagles of Clovis West High School. Oh, Golden. All right. Coach Brown, hey, good stuff. You had a few games to establish yourself now. Tell us a little bit about your team and its identity.
You know, I think they fly around. They like to hit. They like to hustle. We got to learn how to play more consistent, and they know that right now. So there's a little bit of frustration, but we're excited. We're always going to celebrate every victory.
We can tell. We can tell. Good work, Golden. Give it up for Coach Brown. Come on now. Come on. Come on. You got to do that. Show some love to the coach. Hey, and showing love, we've got our Les Schwab Player of the Game goes to number 4, Titus Dimmer. So, Titus, unprecedented territory here. We have never had a Player of the Game and the Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete in one night. So well done. Let's give it up for Titus. Fumble recovery, multiple tackles, the pick 6, opening up the half. Was it something about our conversation? Maybe, I don't know. You don't have to share. Hey, tell us what you love about this team.
I love everything about it. The energy, the brotherhood, the culture. It's a great family, man. I love it.
All right, Golden Eagles, watch out. Don't sleep on them. Central Valley, they're coming at you. One more time. Clovis West, Golden Eagles. This is for you, man. Congratulations. Hey, Matt, thanks for joining us, my man. Ralph, back to you. Let's do this. One more time, Golden Eagles. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Congratulations to Clovis West Golden Eagles with their 23-13 win tonight. Time for our Jack in the Box Player of the Game. At Jack, every bite's a big deal.
What better play than this one? And this got the scoring started. First drive of the game. RJ goes up and get it. Only need 1 foot. He does one better. 2 feet in. Touchdown. Had over 100 yards receiving, and that touchdown had a big performance, especially in that first half.
Yeah, he was a targeted guy, and he was the guy in the first half. Did most of his damage then. Fun to watch. Turned out to be a very entertaining game. Let's take a look back at some of these highlights. You saw that play of the game.
Boom West was the story in this game. That's the defense for Clovis West, and they were laying the smackdown. So was this young man, Samu. Every time you turned around, he was in the backfield making something happen. We came in saying, man, we're going to see a high-scoring game. Instead, it was the defenses that took over. That was the second touchdown throw of the game for J.J. Howard. That was to Tafoya. This was the big play of the game. Ended up being the difference. The pick 6 by our player of the game in Dimmer. But just the hitting. And don't forget about push-ups being done throughout the game as well. But it was a fun game to watch, Ralph. And you came in saying, hey, what are we going to see here tonight? I left seeing fundamental football on defense, and I know I'm filling in for Cam. Cam would have loved the game here tonight. The way the DBs were flying in, the linebackers were flying in, the spectacular catches being made by the wideouts. It's just fun to be a part of the game tonight.
Well, we're hoping to have a chance to have you back, and that you'll say yes.
I will definitely be saying
down
yes.
the road when we need you, because you did a great job tonight, and I certainly appreciate it. Fans, be sure to join us in 2 weeks as the Sanger Apaches take on the Kingsburg Vikings right here on the CW59. We are taking next weekend off. Meanwhile, right after this game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller Fool Us. That's coming up on the CW59. Turned out to be a sensational night, weather-wise. Man, it's good. It's almost like you tell people, come to the game about 8:30, even though it starts at 7 or 7:30. Just come in late because the weather's perfect. The game was fun. 23-13, Clovis West with the win. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to Matt, our entire crew, Kevin Miller. Good night, everybody. See you in 2 weeks.